Welcome back and thank you for tuning in, and in this video we're going to create a part using Revolve in Inventor. So in this part you see the dead giveaway for the Revolve should be that in this section you can see that I have a center line that's revolving around. So that's your first giveaway. Some of the things that we need to take a look at that we're going to need is that all of these diameters, so you can decide if you're going to do them in one sketch or you're going to do them in a multitude of sketches. And in my term, I'm going to try to incorporate as many of these circles and offsets into one command, or into one sketch actually. So let's go ahead and jump over to Inventor and get started. So here in Inventor, what I want to do is first I want to tell it what units I'm going to use. So I'm going to select the new icon here, or you can select the one that's here. Either one will bring open the dialog box that will allow you to select what units you're in. This is a metric drawing, so I will be using the metric one. So I'm just going to click on this folder that's called metric. And then what I'm going to be creating is a standard millimeter IPT. So I'm going to select here, and then I'll hit the create button. You can also double click on that standard IPT button. Both of them will work. Okay, so once Inventor opens up, I'm going to start a sketch. And this is one of the things that I think a lot of people get confused on. So I'm going to drag the PDF over here, and then we're going to take a look at them side by side. Now, if you're looking at this drawing, remember that we're going to try to create this side. And what I need to do is that I'm trying to orient this to where the front view is facing this part. So this is going to be my front view, and you can also see in my view cube, this is the front view. So if I'm going to create this shape and revolve it around, that means I need to be on this right side. So if I need to be on the right side, then that tells me I need to be on this YZ plane. So I'm just going to select this as the plane that I'm going to start on. Alright, give it a second, it should rotate around, and once the ribbon changes, you should be ready to create. What I usually like to do is create the longest line first, so I'm going to start with the line command, and I usually do this if I'm creating a revolve. So I'm going to draw a line that's horizontal going here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put a dimension on this line. So from here, going across, it's going to be 260. The 260 is the total length of that line that I created, right? So now I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. And what I'm going to do next is put the midpoint of this line on this center point. So I'm going to choose coincidence. I'll go ahead and select the green dot to the yellow dot. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this line, and then I'm going to make it a center line. Alright, so now I have kind of the boundary of what I need to create here. So next, I'm just going to kind of freehand sketch in the rest of the stuff that I need. So I know this goes down this way, kind of comes this way, and don't worry about being exact with this. You can make it bigger than what it is. I'm going to go up to here. Now these two lines are in line with each other, so in this case I can get away with it. So I'm going to go here, go back this direction, go up higher, and kind of work my way around. So I'm going to come here, come down this direction. I'm trying not to make sure that I'm in line with anything else. And then I'm going to go here, and then I kind of missed my shot here, but that's going to be fine. Alright, so I do have a gap there. To close that gap, I'm going to just use the coincidence and select both of these endpoints. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use coincidence, and I'm going to use this endpoint with that line. And I'm also going to do it on the back side. I'm going to choose this endpoint and that line. Next, I'm going to put some dimensions on this. I'm going to go to dimension. The total length of here is 32. And my total length here in the front is going to be 50. Alright, the next things I'm going to do is go ahead and put some diameter dimensions on here. Remember, it doesn't matter which order you select these in, but I can select the center line, and then this middle line here. This is going to be sitting at 100. Alright, this has a distance too. These are sitting at 35, so I'm going to go ahead and put that dimension on here. It's going to be 35. And you can do the same on the other side, or you can use the equal constraint. Or I could also tie those two dimensions into each other. So I can select this dimension here, and when it's asking me to place it, I'll go ahead and select that dimension and hit enter. Let's go ahead and put a couple of more diameter dimensions on here. So I'm going to go this line to this center. This has a diameter of 120. Alright, a few more. This has a diameter of 228. This front one has a diameter of 90. Well, sorry, it has a radius of 90, so that means the diameter is going to be 180. I also have a diameter going through the middle here. That's sitting at 140. And now if I look down, I should see that it is fully constrained. So I do have my cutouts for my circles and everything I created. Go ahead and finish sketch. I'm going to zoom back a little bit. Okay, so when I use the Revolve command, it should be rather easy. So I can select Revolve. It should automatically pick the profile. It should find the axis. And then it should automatically revolve it for you. So all of that should be done in one step. Go ahead and hit OK. Let's go ahead and create a sketch on this front face. So I'm going to select this face. And then I'm going to select the icon with the green plus. Once I do that, you should see that it rotates around. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And what I want to do is I'm going to use this circle or this edge here. So I'm going to go to Project Geometry. And I'm just going to select that edge. Alright, let's hit the escape to get out of that. Let's create a rectangle. And I'm going to purposely create this rectangle nice and big, right? Let's also do one at the bottom here. So let's do the same rectangle here, nice and big. Alright, we do know that the length of these are going to be the same. So when I go and put my distance on here, this is going to be, hand down a little bit, 85. And this one is going to be 85. Right? Let's keep these two in line with each other so that way I can do a little bit of less selecting of things. So I'm going to use the collinear constraint. Select this line to this line. Alright, let's go ahead and add a dimension on it. We have a dimension that goes from this center to this edge. Once I come and place the dimension, I can select this 85 dimension and divide it by 2. Alright, a few more dimensions I need to add on this. I know the distance from the center point to this line should be sitting at 114. Likewise here on the bottom, so I can select this line here, put a dimension here, and also make this 114. Alright, I have 2 more dimensions that this drawing is looking for, right? I can go ahead and place this endpoint on this line, and that'll work for both sides of this. So I think that'll be the easiest approach. So I'm going to choose coincidence, select that endpoint, and then select the line. Do the same at the bottom. I'm selecting that endpoint and selecting the line. Okay, I'm going to escape out of this command. Then I'm going to select this yellow line here, and I'm just going to make it construction. So that'll be one less kind of thing I have to pick through when I come to the next step. Let's go ahead and go to Finish Sketch. Then we're going to extrude this. Now it's going to wait and ask me for which profiles do I want to extrude. I'm going to select the top one and the bottom one. Then I need to give it a distance. Well, the distance for these are going to be set to 50. Then I'm going to reverse the direction by selecting this icon. And now right now it's going to say, do I want to cut this off? And that's exactly what you're seeing in red. And that's not what I want to do on this one. So I'm going to tell it, join it. Once I hit OK, you're going to see that it will make those 2 tabs at the top. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this face. And then I'm going to select the Create Sketch icon. I'm going to use a different rectangle this time. I'm going to use a 2-point center rectangle. I'm going to select the green dot that's up here on the top one. That's going to be where my center is going to be. I'll go ahead and click that location. And I'll do the exact same thing here on the bottom. So I'm going to select that midpoint of that line, and then I'll place it here. This one has a distance going across of 35. And the top one has a distance going across of 40. Alright, this one also has a distance that is coming down from here at a distance of 36. And here along the bottom one, this has a distance coming down of 30. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more housekeeping here. And I'm just going to select this line, hold down the control button and select the bottom line. Now I have both of those selected. Let's go ahead and make them both construction. Let's go ahead and finish sketch. Use the extrude command. And like we did before, it's waiting on me to pick a profile. I have two profiles. So I'm going to select this profile and this profile. I will reverse the direction. Now you're going to see that it cuts through. Go ahead and hit OK. And now we have our shape created the way we want to, right? So I'm just going to zoom into here. And now you can see it rotate. Alright? So hopefully you enjoyed watching this, and I hope that you gained some valuable experience, and hopefully you learned a little something different about some of the techniques and things that I use. Alright? If you got anything that you would like to see me do, or any comments on this video, please do that at the bottom, and thank you for watching.